What's up guys, I hope you're doing well. I decided to do a little comedy video today. Let's see how it goes. What the data you're using say about you. Let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to MixBus TV. Hope you guys are having a great day. Before we start, check the info box down below for free plugin special discounts and offers. And visit mixbustv.com for all the mix and mastering courses. We have a brand new one, producing and mixing vocals. Everything you need to know to get professional sounding vocals. In there, you can also book mix and mastering with me and all the other services. If you want to access the exclusive videos here on YouTube, click the join button, become a MixBus TV member, get all the perks. And if you haven't already, check out Gallica's new single, Felony. There's also an alternate universe version featuring Ryan and Shuck. Both videos are here on YouTube. And if you missed the announcement, we have two new series you can take part in. Rate My Mix and Rate My Studio. You can send your mix and I will rate it in a video, give you some tips, and rate my studios. Send pictures of your studio, and I'll tell you what I think about it, what you could improve. You can send everything to the email down below. You don't have to send both, either or. If the videos are helping you, you want to support the channel, grab some merch, or use the super thanks. Let's get to the video. All right, this is all in fun and games, so nobody get offended, and if someone gets offended, well, it happens. Ableton users. If you're an Ableton user, you're probably a DJ and you use everything stock from Ableton, but you also use Omnisphere and Nexus, probably on every other project. If you're not a DJ, you're probably an electronic music performer and you have something like 75 MIDI controllers and you manage somehow to use all of them, like you have 7 hands. Probably you're not that much into the deep end of mixing and mastering, so the song is gonna be done all in Ableton and it's gonna come out from there. FL Studio users, well, that's probably 99% of the beat makers and rappers today. Like the Ableton users, although not as much, you try to do everything inside FL, even though you realize some things are unnecessarily hard, like recording vocals, you still do it. At any given time, you have on average 64 unfinished beat and songs, yet you start a new one every other day, because that melody loop is fire. You are interested in third-party VSTs and plugins, and you have some, but for the most part, probably you use loops and samples, and then you build around it with stock FL stuff. Probably mixing and mastering is not really your forte, nor your main interest. You just make beats as loud as possible, even if the vocals are not there, because once the beat is done, it ain't my problem no more. Rappers using FL Studio are usually into flashing blings and cars, although we don't know if the blings are real and the cars are rented. Beat makers using FL Studio, on the other hand, are probably in their early 20s making millions of dollars, but besides the occasional watch or chain, you probably would never tell that they're making bank putting loops together. Logic Pro users, you are either a Billboard charting producer or artist and absolutely love Logic Pro, or you're using Logic alongside Pro Tools because some of your clients, and although you don't really like it, you came to the conclusion that the MIDI part is actually pretty good, and so it's instruments. If you are a Logic Pro Power user, most likely all your devices are Apple, your phone, your tablet, your computer, and of course, Logic Pro. Most likely you're a millennial, and I'm afraid some of you have a man bun and like wearing very colorful clothes, have a face routine in the morning, and you're a very sensitive person. But some of the most awarded producers and artists are Logic Pro Power users, so there's really no arguing that. But if you're not one of them, you know you're gonna get there because you're also using Logic Pro. Pro Tools users, 99% you're a pro mixing engineer. Pro Tools users are aware that they are the ones who started it all. And half of them will look at all your other DAWs users from the heights of their balcony, like the judgmental Vulturis in the Twilight Saga. The other half couldn't care less what you use, we're too busy mixing. Few people produce in Pro Tools, but most likely every mix you're doing additional production that you're not getting credited for. Every Pro Tools users know Pro Tools is the gold standard, even though the DAW just recently caught up with some basic functions other DAW had for years. But who cares? Because we have HDX and you don't. But most important, we would rather go through hell than switching DAW. It ain't gonna happen, even though we've always had a love-hate relationship with the various companies behind Pro Tools. We, and I say we because I'm a Pro Tools user obviously, are the Gen X of the pro audio world. We've been through everything. We've powered through a ridiculous amount of changes over the decades in style, media, and format. We are not fazed by anything anymore in the pro audio world. We're just gonna get the work done no matter what. We have all the third-party plugins and we still look for more every single day. And we are also usually the ones with the most amount of gear. And if you touch anything in our studio, we are gonna have a problem. Reaper users, you're probably a metalhead and you're either very careful with your money or you just don't have that much budget left because of all the guitars you bought. But one thing is certain, you will make sure to tell everyone you use Reaper at all time, every chances you get, no matter the context. You're on a date, you will sneak into the conversation the fact that you are a Reaper user. And that Reaper is the best DAW and you don't need anything else. You will also make sure to tell how light Reaper is on your computer and the fact that you can match any third plugin out there with Reaper stock plugins. Studio One users, you're chill. You don't want no beef with any other DAW. You're probably an independent, you do a little bit of everything, writing music, producing, mixing and mastering, wiping the floor. You switched to Studio One from Pro Tools, Logic or Nuendo, and you swear it was the best decision you've ever made in your life. But you're not annoying about it. You will answer if asked, but you're not like the Reaper guys. You probably know how to use another 2 or 3 DAWs, which boggles my mind, and you're probably either a singer-songwriter, maybe some electronic music, or acoustic maybe. You like colors, but not as much as the Logic guys. You probably run a vlog, you like food and having a good time outside of the studio, not like the Pro Tools guys, which will forget to eat until the mix is done. Or the Ableton guys with so many Red Bulls and stimulants in them that they don't realize it's been 3 days since they left the desk or slept. Cubase Nuendo users. Pro Tools guys are your worst enemy and your worst nightmare. Because you probably started on Cubase and Nuendo a long time ago and you had to sit there and hear for years how much better Pro Tools was. Even if your DAW had more function and was more intuitive to use, you can either be a mix engineer or a producer or both. If you do production, 100% you know how to play piano. You always hear other DAWs user talking about all the features that they would want in their DAW. And you tell them, hey, we had that for years in Cubase and Nuendo, but they never listened for some reason. And it drives you crazy because you know your DAW should get more recognition. And you're always super happy when you find another fellow Steinberg user. GarageBand users. I don't really know you guys. You're probably an indie musician, maybe a beginner. You just don't want to be bothered with technical stuff and routing and all the other stuff. You just want to make some music. That's it. You really don't want to hear about all the advanced mixing and sidechain and multiband and all the other stuff Pro Tools guys talk about, but you're a friendly guy or gal, most likely active in the GarageBand community, because you like to talk to each other and share tips and tricks. You either don't go out that much or you're a total social butterfly, no in between. Reason users, you guys are plain crazy nuts. You're talented, no doubt, because I use Reason in the band ears and that thing is time consuming. It will somehow force you to sit there for hours trying all the patches and digging deep into all the synths. And yes, this is the virtual cable thing sign. You don't actually care about your DAW getting recognition. Actually, you kind of want to keep it on the low that you're using Reason because it sounds great. And people kind of dismiss it and you want to keep it that way. You're most likely a synth head, electronic music for sure. You're not that much into mixing and mastering. Just like the FL guys, you most likely want the song to start and finish inside Reason in the same project it started, because tomorrow I'm gonna make another 4 anyway, so who cares? And that's it for this video. Let me know, guys, what did I get right? What did I get wrong? If I left someone out, I don't think so, like how many other DAWs there are out there, but I wanna know the comments down below. Next one is gonna be, what kind of producer are you based on your favorite plugin brands? So I hope you liked this. If you did, please let me know in the comments down below. Join the channel, become a member to access the exclusive videos, and visit mixplustv.com for all the mix and mastering courses and to book mix and mastering with me. If the videos are helping you or you find them entertaining at this point, please use a super thanks or consider getting some merch. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Stay safe. See you next time.